What up, world? This is Dominic, Syracuse, hanging out in front of a super dope mural, just kind of enjoying the day. For those of you that have been following my channel for the last few weeks, you know that I've been posting a bunch about the lessons that I've learned while teaching acting inside a maximum security prison. Now, every once in a while, we'll show a clip here and there to give you an idea about what it looks like inside the classroom. But today, we thought we'd actually just show you that whole video. So, about 8 months ago, right before the pandemic hit, I was fortunate enough to lead a class inside a Phoenix House Rehabilitation Center, which serves as a halfway house for those transitioning out of incarceration and looking to get clean from drugs and alcohol. Like me. Well, one of the counselors there, the mighty Paul Jones, what's up, buddy, was kind enough to put together a very flattering testimonial video showing what the techniques I use look like in action. For those of you who watch my channel pretty closely, some of these clips are going to look very, very familiar. But I'm so honored that Paul took the time to do this. It means the world to me, and I'd love for you guys to check it out as well. So, without further ado, enjoy.
My name is Paul Jones. I'm a counselor at Phoenix House Venice Beach Residential Treatment Center. I'm blessed to be able to share my testimony on a class that was given. It was on anger management, and I've seen anger management classes before. I've seen presentations before, but I gotta tell you, this blew me away. When Dominic came on and explained the way this anger management class was gonna go, he talked about incorporating improv, talked about incorporating acting classes, talked about the inside energy of a man. And right off the bat, you could just see the whole mood change.
Acting is not a waste of time.
And Dominic just pulled him into a big circle and talked about anger management in a way that all the men immediately perked up. You know, their ears perked up, their eyes perked up, they sat up in their chairs, and the mood of these men just immediately changed.
Feels like something's about to go down. This is called athletic stance. This is why when you're wrestling, when you're running,
I can only describe it as audience participation, where the men got to actually get involved.
I want you to start moving them like this, move like this, move like this, all right?
Did a lot of clapping. The one that I loved was where he had them clapping so hard, put their hands together and said, "Do you feel that buzz?" Now, when you tell a lot of addicts to feel the buzz, you know, they're looking for it. And they found it, you know.
That means that that same energy you had when you were a 5-year-old playing on a playground, you still have inside of you. All right?
To be a guy just, you know, and so that blew me away. That blew them away. And the electricity in the room was phenomenal. Ex-gangbangers, you looked at men that were, you know, broken. Every single one of them kind of came together. As I said earlier, coming to life, tapping into that energy source, as Dominic explained how to bring it out. They didn't want it to end. You know, several of the clients came up asking me, well, when can Dominic come back? When can he come back? We want some more. I mean, how often do you have clients in a residential treatment center coming to a counselor and asking for more groups? It's rare, you know, and so I was excited about that. They felt like they had learned something. They felt like they could practice this moving forward.
Whatever it is you are here to fight, whether it's addiction, whether it's trauma.
Thinking about the way it affected this population.
You got that light in you, and you're afraid for them to reject it.
If this were taken, you know, out of the residential drug treatment facility and into a corporate training, it would just be a home run.
Really, you got something else inside of you. You got something else to offer.
And when Dominic brings the course, he brings it in such a way that it's exciting, that it's fun. You know, I think we've all had trainings that were like, oh God, another training, you know. This isn't like that. This anger management was just top notch, and I actually was blessed to be able to witness it myself. Thank you for letting me share.
Thank you so much to Paul for that. And thank you to everybody who continually comments on the videos, giving me such positive encouragement and feedback on the work that I do. But I have to say, I get a little queasy garnishing all of the credit for this. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate all of the kind words from the bottom of my heart. But I have to be real, I'm not the only one doing this. First off, I have to give a massive shout out to everybody over at the Stella Adler Outreach Program who has been doing this work in New York and Los Angeles for years and years. They're the ones who got me started and taught me everything that I know. Also to Five Keys Charter School. That's the high school that's set up inside the prisons when they found out that the average education level of someone who was incarcerated was 3rd to 5th grade. They're the ones who hired me, allowed me to teach as part of their program, and gave me all of the certifications and training I needed to be legit. And lastly, all of the teachers and counselors at places like Five Keys and the Phoenix House and Stella Adler who do this work every single day and have for years and years and years. The stuff you've seen me do here and there in clips on this channel, these people have dedicated their lives to, and unfortunately, they don't have a YouTube channel to broadcast it. So, on their behalf, I say thank you so much for the selfless work that you do and for tirelessly making this world a better place. You're heroes. But most importantly, I have to give the biggest shout out to all of the people who are fighting incarceration, addiction, and homelessness. Please, if you are watching this, do not make the mistake of thinking that I in any way gave these people a voice. They already have powerful voices and brilliant minds and beautiful stories, just like everybody else watching this. All I get is the pleasure of teaching them acting, which is what taught me to use my voice proudly, which I do quite often. So, I'm so happy to announce that because of the current situation in the world, I can't go in and teach these classes on the inside right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and start teaching them on the channel. So, on top of all of the comedy and music and super fun collabs that we have with other YouTubers coming out, I'm going to dedicate one video a week to showing you the techniques that I use inside. Little fun actory games and exercises to build confidence, overcome anxiety, and grab a hold of your emotions so that they don't grab a hold of you. Oh, if you want to check those out, as well as all the other fun and funny content we got coming out on the channel, then like the video, subscribe, and most importantly, ring the bell. That way, right when all these videos drop, you'll be the very first to know. As always, thank you so much for your continual support and kindness and inspiration. Now, I gotta go because I want to see if this giant buffalo wants to jam a little bit. So until next time, remember, it's the show.